Thank you, Adrian, for letting me know. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Anyway, we got some breaking news. I'll repeat it now. Anyway, we're live here, and I will clip this up into a separate thing probably. Live reacting to some big trade news. We've got the Dallas Mavericks traded 10-time NBA All-Star Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Washington Wizards for Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, and Marvin Bagley III, two first-round picks and three second-round picks. The rest of the team was kind of live reacting to it. Arun thought the picks are not good. One is an OKC pick, the other is a 2030 future protected, and player option 27 and 28. And next year should be really interesting. So, yeah, just wanted to break in with some of that news. Thank you, Adrian, for letting me know. Let me turn up the volume just a little bit. Big news. Let me just see. Aha! Now this should be a lot better. I'm upping that microphone volume. Let me know if that sounds a little bit better. I'm going to end this stream right now. And so we're no longer on the Facebook one. I may clip up part of that later. But we're still live on my Facebook and on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Robbie Gross. We're also live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RobbieG_sportsothp. And today we were going to design some merchandise. And that's some crazy news for the Wizards. That's a big time blockbuster trade. Sorry the audio wasn't working. Anyway, let's go over here. I wanted to show a couple of things to people that are watching. I wanted to try a new Be Right back screen that I've been building out. So we're going to try that out right now. I'm going to show this night dive. So last week I was supposed to edit this night dive live on stream. Unfortunately, with the ice storm that happened, I wasn't able to do that. So I did want to show the final piece. You can always check it out, obviously, on my YouTube channel. And I have a shortened version that we posted on Instagram and also on YouTube Shorts. But I'm going to play you part of it real quickly. I'm going to grab one more thing from upstairs. And I will be right back. But I'm going to hold it here. Let's make sure this works.
I love you. This is mommy's favorite dime. I love this guy. Thank you so much for being good to Grandma, okay?
hear me. So we're showing you a bit of the night dive. The full night dive is available, obviously, on my YouTube channel. The new one, the Scuba one, which is Gross Scuba, which you can check out there. So youtube.com/@GrossScuba. And I'm going to test out a couple of different things here with this new Be Right Back player that I designed. So if I wanted to switch, it should be able to switch to other different videos. This one. I can lower the audio so I can talk over it as well. So this is the video that we show at the beginning of the stream right now. This video over here is also the one that we have been doing for the winter so far. So Sports on the Hill podcast, we've been doing a bunch of different things. I think I can get a camera right here. Let me see if that works. So yeah, it's been really fun. We celebrated 400 episodes this week. Let me go back to our main screen here, and yeah, I can't believe it's been 400 podcasts that we have done. I'm really proud of that. It's 10 years. We actually have our 10-year celebration coming up in March. It started in 2016. So I really appreciate everyone who's stuck around and been a part of this through all of the process. And so yeah, it's been great to have everybody there. We had a wonderful stream on and show for 400 on Monday. We talked to Gil, Anna, and C4 about the live hockey game and the big 3-1 week for the Capitals. They started off poorly against Seattle, but then they won 3 in a row. Unfortunately, they lost last night to Philadelphia. We'll talk about that obviously next week. There's 2 games we'll talk about that. Philly won. And then also we'll talk about the Predators, one that our friend John Benson is going to be going to with his wife Liz. So hopefully we'll get a big victory against the Predators. And then comes the Olympics. And so, Adrian, I don't know if you're still listening, but if you want to join us for the Olympic coverage, any of the next 3 Mondays, you are always welcome, as anybody is. So just hit me up. Olympic coverage, I love to have as many viewers and conversations going. Different people love different parts of the Olympics, and I want everyone to get an opportunity to talk about what parts they love. So we're going to be doing 3 Olympic specials. The first one is going to be next week. We're going to do a Super Bowl recap plus Olympic special. Plus we're also going to talk about those 2 hockey games from this past week. So that'll be episode 401. And then 402 and 403 will primarily be Olympics with a little wrestling talk with Champ as well. Yeah, so the football season's coming to a close. The last game of the year, the Super Bowl, is this Sunday. I know that Champ and Benson are coming over to watch it with me. If other people want to join in, feel free to message me. And the more the merrier. We always enjoy watching it. It's going to be a rematch of that Seattle Patriots Super Bowl. So our thoughts on that Super Bowl, obviously, at the end of the 400 episode. I'm also going to post an audio podcast for episode 400. That's my goal, to work on that tomorrow. We haven't released an audio podcast in over a year. We've kind of changed to this video format, but I do want people to be able to listen to that. And in the intro to that audio podcast, I will explain that they should come watch it here live like you guys are doing, or on the VOD. You can obviously watch us on the Twitch VODs for a few months. YouTube's, they stay up forever. And then this video on Facebook stays up for a couple of weeks and stuff like that. We got a Gulpin in chat. I'm going to see Catch Ultra Ball. I'm try to catch that Gulpin. If you're live on Twitch, you can obviously always catch Pokemon, and that is the advantage of doing it there. So lots of stuff to break down. The nighttime dive video went really well. I was very proud of it. Let me see if I can share the screen, and we can talk a little bit about a couple of different edits that I've been working on. And Just do a little bit of reorganization here. I think that looks pretty good. Hold on. All right, I think that that works pretty well. Let me know if you can see everything on screen. So I was so excited about that night dive video that we released last week, and so I decided. Actually, I think I like this view. No. Aha, that is a better view. All right. So I think we can see everything on screen now. So I really liked the night dive and how that was coming along, and so I thought I would show this next scuba edit. I also wanted to work on a t-shirt design, but I think that that's going to take a little bit longer. So I may do another pop-up show sometime this week on either Thursday or Friday. I wanted this stream to be a 2-hour stream. Unfortunately, my cat Neville is in the hospital, so I needed to go bring something to him. So I had to split this show in half. But I'm excited to create some championship merch, and so and we may start that at the end of this. I just don't know if I'll have time to finish it. But yeah, so I started working on a new edit, and so next week's show on we're doing this Wednesday edit show if you're watching this. And this is the fourth one. I wanted to be able to show case projects that I'm working on and talk about different things. I know that some people are only able to tune in during the day and not at night for the other shows, so I thought it was a way for me to recap all the different projects that I'm working on. And one of the projects I'm working on right now is the next video in the series. So you saw the night video. I think it turned out really great. I'm really proud of it. And I hope that people go check it out. I made a bunch of different shorts, and I did some reels from it as well. So you can see those on Instagram or YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts have been doing really well for the most part. The last one I posted didn't, but all the ones before that had gotten like over 1,000 views, so which is incredible. So thank you to everybody who's watching that, or the long form stuff, which is my personal favorite, but I know that people have shorter attention spans. This is the next long form edit that I'm working. So it's a kind of think about it as like a documentary. This dive was my favorite dive of the trip, and so I'm going to scrub through a little bit of it and talk about a teeny bit, but next week we can break it down more. So this is going to be the full-length feature clip that I will be doing for the following week. And yeah, so anyway, so the location I wanted to talk about with this one. So we were just doing the night dive, and then I didn't get to go on the next two dives because I wasn't feeling well. But Liz filmed those, and I'm going to save those two dives as sort of a epilogue at the very end of the thing where I'll edit footage of dives I didn't get to do but wanted to still share because it's still part of my wife's and the rest of our family's journey as well. And she did a great job filming it, so I wanted to showcase that. The next dive I got to go on, which is sort of the continuing of my story, is the wreck of the Doc Paulson and also Marty's Wall. So there's two dive sites in one location. I was just so impressed by this dive site. People supposedly don't like this dive site for some reason. It's a shallow one, but the wreck is sitting in a very shallow location, which made for wonderful, wonderful lighting. And so I thought I would show you a couple of moments for it. And then next week we will dive into the full edit. I may work on some of it offline and then bring it to you guys to show it to you and walk you through it. And then we'll also edit together the, I've been doing these 90-second Instagram shorts. 90-second Instagram reels. And what they do is it's kind of the best 90 seconds out of these movies that range from 3 to 12 minutes. And I really try to knock it down to make it like a 90-second vertical thing that's really fun to watch on the phone. They're pretty popular on Instagram and on Facebook. And then I also do elements of that I release as shorts on the YouTube channel. So, with that being said, this footage ended up being so amazing. And when I shoot it on the GoPro, I shoot it square. Because it's called full, and what that does is instead of it being 4K just horizontal, it's 4K horizontal, but it's more vertical. So if I need to take a 4K vertical slice, I can do it out of the square, or a horizontal slice. So let's say I'm filming, thinking, trying to keep everything in the middle, but something swims above it, and I would have missed it if I was on a normal camera, but then in post-production, I can go up or down and change the position of the transformation of the graphics. So you can see here that I default to pretty much showing the middle because that's how I try to film it. But there are times where I need to move it up or down in time, and I can actually what's called keyframe and move the camera up and down. Let's say I bumped or I moved things or I shook something or part of it's below, a part of it's above. I could find ways to manipulate the canvas to either zoom in, zoom out, grab a specific section of it. But a lot of these shots were really awesome when seen square because I feel like you do miss a lot in the horizontal or vertical cuts. There are advantages to both. Horizontal, it's easier to follow the motion. I mean, as you can see here with this ray shot, it looks pretty incredible. So this was my favorite shot. This clip, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here. And I know it's a little jittery when watching it on stream. It is very high definition when watching it on the 4K final version. So this I thought was one of the coolest shots that I got. And so I will actually take this shot and release it on Instagram and on YouTube as its own long form vertical clip. And then I will take the wreck of the Doc Paulson, which is the really cool wreck, and have that be its own video separately. So it's going to be a little different than I've done before. Before I'd always done just one video on Instagram per one video full length on YouTube. So this is the wreck of the Doc Paulson here that I was talking about. And yeah, it's amazing. It's a really cool shallow wreck. And so next week I'll definitely walk through it a lot more with you guys, but I just wanted to zoom ahead and show you some of these cool shots. Like I love this shot right here, zooming up into it, but it's even cooler if you saw the full square as it's shifting up. So I'm going to try something new, and on YouTube I'm going to make a square edit instead of a vertical or horizontal, and we're going to see how it does. I did a square edit not that long ago on this stream as one of the edits that we did on our Wednesday streams with the YouTube channel on Sports on the Hill podcast and on youtube.com/Robbie Gross. And it turned out really well. It was a shot, and it was a vlog of my son going to his very first Caps win with my dad and myself. And it ended up doing much better than I ever expected. So maybe a square video, especially if I keep it into the shorts rule, which means I keep it under 90 seconds. I'd be interested to see how it does, whether they funnel it into the main video ones, into the shorts feed, whether people like it. It's a crossover one. I'm all about trying to experiment with this new channel and seeing different things. So some of the experiments have gone really well. Some of them have failed, but it's kind of fun to see. Some of them have done much better than I expected them to do. Anyway, I love this shot. So that's a cool shot. There's also this shot right here that I'm going to show in full. Take a vertical swatch of this, and we follow this Barracuda through. So I just love this shot. Anyway, so that's a really cool shot. I got an opportunity to go through so many different sections of this boat. Some of the, let me see if I can get you to. So this is a cool lobster that we got to see. I followed this dive master down. I think that's right. Oh, this shot I think is so awesome. It's another shot that it looks cool horizontal. It looks even cooler if you see the part above and below. So that's one of the other reasons I'm gonna make a square video. Just look at that shot. It is amazing. I kind of want to like take a photograph or like digitally print that. So you also got these fish going through, and I love following snapper on their journey. And so this is a really cool journey that I might end up picking up as part of the story. And then I love look at this shot with this piece of machinery here, and you kind of just don't even see the fish. They blend in so well, and then as you get closer, the fish appear. Um, and so I'm going to probably use a square section of that as well. Um, just a really cool stuff. This fish right here, horseyed, uh, is it black horseyed fish? I have to remember which one it is. Horseyed jack. Sorry. And he's got a hook inside of him. You can see here. And my dad was trying to take a picture of it. And there's my mom right there. So it's such a shallow dive that my mom, myself, and my dad all had so much air left over that we just stayed on this wreck for like 30 to 40 minutes. I ended up getting so much footage. I took the 37 minutes of footage that I had, and I got it down now to 1533 with the goal of trying to get it down to what do I want to get it down to over here, about 11:45, because I'm trying to feature these three songs by Dan Tremblay in the video edit. So I gotta take some of this footage and compress it a little bit more, right? And yeah, so it's tough when it gets to this point because there's so much great footage. But we'll work to try to trim some of this down. And yeah, it's been a really cool edit so far. I really am excited about it. And yeah, sorry. Just wanted to check to see if anybody had any questions or thoughts before we get into working on some other projects. But before we get in, sorry. Welcome on in, champ. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And yeah, wild trade though. I just can't get over that. So let's take a look here. I wanted to take a look and see what sort of graphics I have created in the past and see if I can showcase some of them. I'm just trying to pull up some files here in the background real fast. But while I do that, I'm going to let you guys play back full screen and listen to some of this dive music while I organize my files in the back end. Oh, it won't let me do that. Alright, well, you can watch it that way. All right, let me see if I can get this to work correctly. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up Photoshop, and we're going to screen share Photoshop. All right, and so now you can see my Photoshop. All right, so we don't have a lot of time left. I just want to show this is the latest graphic for the Scuba channel. So that's my new profile pic in high resolution. I'm trying to see here. Open with. Does this? I'm trying to open up an old file to see if this works. Because if it does, it's going to save us a ton of time. Holy moly. All right. So I thought this logo may have been lost to time. So I thought I was going to have to recreate it. But this is going to save us a ton of time. In fact, we might be able to design this new merch right now. All right, so we're going to go to our documents. We're going to do District of Champions. I just want to see how big this is. Image size, pixels, inches. 13 by 13. That's a pretty good size. Ideal shirt size image for okay, 13 equals totally little future, but 16 by 20 is the ideal size. All right, so let's make a new file new. We're gonna do it inches 16 by 20. 300. Create. All right, so now I'm going to take all of these layers and bring them over into this new document. Okay, so this is a pretty good size thing. All right, so now we're going to take this layer and we're going to extend it. And so I'm going to keep the same general idea. Oopsies. Let's lock this in. All right. And then we're going to take this layer. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to paste. We're going to increase the size. We are going to take these different, I'm going to take these away for now. And then, so I think we decided, I'm just going to take a look at this real quickly. If we do it like this. Wait. Wait. Do you see? Wait. The DC Valor? No. I swear. Renewable XXX. All right, the Washington Valor beat the Baltimore Brigade 69-55 on July 28th, 2018. Yeah, so I don't know what they're. This is good that I double check stuff. I think it's starting to look better. I'm gonna maybe add some more spaces between them. Mystics bold as well. That's starting to look pretty cool, I think. We just need to up the space a little bit more. So, all right. Chat, what do we think? Do we like this? I missed the Pokemon. What do we think, though? I think it's pretty cool. But I think I like it. I don't know, part of me, I want to see what it looks like instead of with M dashes with pipe stems. I kind of like that better sometimes. Just kind of want to see what it looks like. I also wonder if I did like a pop of color, like if we were to try to grab like the red. I think it's kind of nice to add some red back into it. Just working on some spacing now. We're gonna do I think that looks pretty cool. All right. Oh, it came together pretty quickly. I like that. Just moving these graphics over. Just doing some thoughts. I think. I'm gonna move this down. Move that down like that. Okay, so we do this one. We're just working through it a little bit more. I think that looks pretty good like that. I think I like it. So we got Washington Capitals, Stanley Cup champions 2018, DC Valor, um, uh, the DC Valor one. It was the Washington Valor, right? Yeah. So that needs to be fixed. All right. Washington Valor, Washington Nationals, Washington Mystics, and then the DC Defenders. I'm trying to decide whether I like this to be a different color or I want it to be the same color as this. Yeah, I think that's better. Why is that lighter? Oh, there's a gradient overlay. That explains everything. I was like, what the heck is going on? Okay, that's better. All right. You got Washington Capitals, Washington Valor, Arena Bowl. Is it 30 or 31 champions? Yeah, I think it's Arena Bowl 31. Yep, 31. So you double check all your work. UFL champions, that's correct. DC Defenders, Washington Mystics, WNBA champions 2019, World Series champions 2019, Arena Bowl 31 champions 2018, and Stanley Cup champions 2018. All right, I think that this is good. So this is going to be our updated version of our merch that we will be releasing. Well, we got it in. I'm really excited about that. We're going to go to our main screen real fast. We're going to do a fast little raid out. And to our friend Emily Henry Music. And yeah. Okay, well, I hope that you guys all have a good rest of your day. I still might do a new pop-up stream where I design some of the merch and things of that nature a little bit more and place it on things and try stuff out if I have time later this week. If not, I might just design it and then announce it next week. Thank you everyone for tuning in to episode 400 on Monday. That was really awesome. 401, which will have Olympic coverage, hockey coverage, and a recap of the World Series. Champ is coming over to watch it live with me, so I'm excited about that. And thank you everybody for being a part of the merch design. And yeah, so I'm very excited for that. All right, so grab a raid call. We're going to raid out. Well, we'll see you maybe later this week, or if not, on Monday. Hope you have a great rest of your week and the weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're going to watch it. The Wizards doing some crazy, crazy stuff, but it was a lot of fun to help cover it with you guys. Hope you guys all have a good one. Talk to you soon.